I was like, God, like, why would you ask me to forgive her? Like,
Yeah, it just completely shut down then when I was a kid.
she abandoned me, she left me, she embarrassed me.
I found strength in God that, I shouldn't be torn apart by what other people think of me. And then that helped me realize I shouldn't degrade other people.
I think I first met her in 4th or 5th grade here at the Oasis, and I had seen her, and there was like a volleyball, and I liked playing with the little beach volleyball, so I met her and she was playing with it, and I was like, oh, that's cool, can I play? And she was like, yeah, sure. So we just jumped in, and she was my first friend here. I really didn't have any. Like, I hated coming to church because I didn't know anybody.
Before I came to Oasis, I was hanging out with a very mean clique, and there's always that group of girls at school that are degrading the other girls and making them feel lower than what they really are. And I was the main one insulting people, calling you too skinny or too fat or you're ugly, you're not pretty enough, you're very poor.
When I was a kid, my dad left. Yeah, he abandoned me, so I think I was more angry at that. In elementary school, I would just beat up kids because of what they had and what they said about me and what I thought of them.
When we got in high school, that's when it really hit the climax, and she would just like give me dirty looks, and she would gossip. Like how girls are, they're catty, and like they get in the room, they see you, and it's like, oh, hi, and then like they turn and like they get their little whisper on or whatever.
So one day this list came out last year in 10th grade, and it was sent to everyone's phones. It broke down what all the rumors were saying and all the gossip that kids talk about. My name was on it, and it said that I was doing this and doing that and, saying this and saying that when I wasn't.
In the 6th grade, 3D, it used to be Recharge. 3D went to San Francisco in RVs, like a little camping trip. I think the last night of praise and worship, Jared, I think, gave a good message, and everyone was crying. It felt like God was just giving us big hugs.
Last summer, we had a leader here named Christina, and she had told us about the Dream Center in downtown Los Angeles, the church. And she had invited me and my sister and this other girl, Angelique, there, like, just check it out. So the next day, me and my sister and my friend, we came to the Oasis to get ready to go to the Dream Center. And there was Alex, my ex-best friend. And I was just frustrated, like, God, why would you make me sit through a whole service with her?
My friend Angelique, I met her in the beginning of 10th grade in our Spanish class. And she called me up one day. She said, hey, come to church. And I said, well, I'm kind of watching TV, but all right, I'll come. So I came, and it was so much fun, and God was there. It was really fun. And ever since that day, I remember it was November 5th, I think, of 2008. I still remember. God was just there in my life, holding my hand, walking with me everywhere.
I just think differently now than I used to. I always just think of the other person and why am I hurting him? Or why am I mad at him or her?
The Dream Center pastor had asked everybody to come up, if they wanted to accept Christ in their heart for the first time, or just if they needed prayer. And Angelique, one of the girls that was with us, she was crying. So we had all walked her to the front of the stage and laid our hands on her and prayed over it. And I randomly turned my head and I saw Alex crying. And then I felt God tug at my heart. I could literally hear him say, Maya, you and Alex have been fighting for 4 or 5 years. There's just no reason for you guys to keep fighting like this. This is not what my children are supposed to do.
The people that I insulted, actually, we all go to different schools, and I did call up a few, hey, I'm sorry for everything I've said, and I compliment people, and it's not fake, it's real. Now I'm a better person. I don't think evil and wicked thoughts about people, and when I first meet them, I don't judge them on how they look or how they talk or how they dress. I take what they show to me to heart, and I take that. And I do believe God has changed me a lot, because even my mom sees like, oh, you don't have an attitude anymore.
And then about like after 2 minutes, I literally felt his spirit like move my arms around Alex to hug her. And like I knew it was God, because just 2 minutes earlier I was telling you how much I hate her, and now I'm hugging her. Like, that's not human nature. That's the Holy Spirit working in me. And just that night I went to sleep, and God was just letting me know that all the drama was dropped, and that everything was good between us now. And ever since that day, like, we've never gone back to any of the cattiness. We can support each other. We're there for each other. We're like dancing and holding hands during praise and worship.